Ghost!
Ah! My favorite one.
Hey,
Thundercats are on the loose, Thundercats are loose.
Lenny, what are you doing here?
I'm fine.
I was cleaning the showers, and I heard something. What were you doing inside that cell?
Thundercats was
I
amazing.
saw something very strange. I can't explain it yet. However, a picture is beginning to form in my head. But there's still a lot I don't understand.
Maybe I can help you.
You can? Please tell me how, Lenny. I'm growing more and more desperate by the
Of
minute.
course you did, King.
I have a key.
I have a key.
I took it a long time ago, before they released us from the Institute, around the time of the event.
A key for what?
Can I trust you?
Of course you can.
Of course you can, Lenny. And I trust you as well.
All right. This is the key to Dr. Hawthorne's office.
Oh,
He knew things.
okay.
There was chaos all around, and nobody saw me when I took the key and locked his office.
Dr. Hawthorne? Of course. Ebis Baker mentioned him in one of her recordings. He was quite close to the head director, right?
Yes. He kept secrets inside his office. You should look inside.
Thanks, Lenny. This is hugely helpful indeed.
Give me the key.
Oh, one more thing. I was never able to enter the head director's office. None of the keys I took while cleaning worked. I think Hawthorne kept that key with him.
So Hawthorne's office may lead me to Hanwell's office? Interesting. Well, here we go.
Here's the key. And good luck.
Give me a key, Helena. Helena, I'm hungry. Huh? What are you gonna eat? So, I got the key. I got the secret. Go. Thunder, 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 thundercats. Thunder, thunder, thundercats. Oh! Should we speak with her again? Oh, she's not here. Oh, she's absent. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I read everything. I think it's here. I think there was an office here that I wasn't able to open, right? I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. I think there was an office that I wasn't able to open here. This is the toilets. It was here. Ha! I found it! I remember that something was here. What is the key? Oh, I suppose here we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff, right? Reasoning, hello man, how are you? As if to foreshadow Hyde's revelation of waiting inside the first drops and only began to further develop into the home office. It seemed like no one else. Oh, fuck. Confrontation with the psychiatric. No record of the vulnerable Hannibal Mental Institute will be complete without an account of Dr. Ellis Hawthorne. Companion, trusted associate, and loyal confidant of Walter Hannibal. Dr. Hawthorne's abrupt addition to the staff at the estimate mental hospital was not without its share of controversy. He was an inscrutable character who, to the astonishment of many, quickly joined. Where am I? I forgot. Quickly joined the highest ranks of the personal list, skipping overalls. I knew where I was. It was a rhetorical question. Privet. What does privet say? Does it mean high in Russian? He was an incredible character who, to the astonishment of many, quickly joined. No. So, where am I? I forgot. Yeah, I read that. Established and arguably more qualified colleges in the process. Privet is on high. Oh, okay. Yeah, in Greek is on high as well. Dr. Hawthorne's accomplishments in the field of mental health are, for a noteworthy physician, meager at best, he rose to a certain level of public regard thanks to his imposing personality and stern countenance rather than distinct achievements, as he had formidable presence that allowed him to immediately command the attention of everyone in a room simply by entering it. Signature, neat black suit paired with his cold, willful gaze inspired equal measures of respect and fear in his peers. Rumors among those who were acquainted with the Institute's founder insinuate that Walter Panwell's seemingly friendly, almost feathery demeanor worked against him when it came to achieving his own ardent goals. It's speculated that this is the reason he chose to partner with Dr. Hawthorne, who proved to have more manipulative, ruthless ways of managing Harvard Mental Institute. Over time, the crystal detail of Dr. Hawthorne practices began to surface. Many colleges were horrified. Others who knew him were less so. Testimonies hold that Hawthorne often engaged in heated quarrels other staff members at the Institute. Nurses who chose to remain anonymous claimed that medical instruments previously thought to be lost would appear scattered around his office. While it's not unusual for a physician to work with dangerous tools such as scissors and scalpels, it is far from common to find them mishandled in an unsterilized environment. Nonetheless, this particular form of misconduct in Dr. Hawthorne's career could not be confirmed and was dismissed as malicious gossip from disgruntled employees. Dubious stories of patients secretly taken to his office late at night have not been verified either. Hey. Okay. Fuck off. And I think somehow it's gonna find a sense of importance matching the summer. Okay. What's that? Dr. Ellis Hawthorne, physicianist, a psychiatrist. The diploma confirmed that Dr. Hawthorne was a renowned individual and, regardless of his behavior, a valuable asset. Yeah, he can go and fluke himself. The ocean still loomed outside. Its hypnotic ebb and flow. Okay. I don't care about that. What's that? A pile of papers. Everything was a mess. It seems like nobody has entered this office in a long time. Okay. Here. What's that? Something here. More reading. I'm afraid my colleague Anne has elected to take an inferior direction in her career. I try to be open-minded while considering new ideas, but my goodwill doesn't extend so as far to resorting to shortcuts when it comes to the advancement of the healing arts. As much as I can fathom the notion of an integral approach contemplating the impact of emotions on our behavior, biology is definite. Our physical body reacts to physical impulses. We could spend ages assessing the mind's response to kind words, but ultimately it's the configuration of our phenotypes that matters. One cannot possibly identify a subcortical disorder by means of conversation. The direct stimulus of cells will always secure the path to success when dealing with an obvious alteration to the brain. Yet, Ebbers Baker insists on her holistic approach, which inevitably devolves into a waste of time. Our society is crumbling. Swift action is necessary. And in the case of his establishment, we are also spending valuable resources which are dwindling every day on her theories. Since I was hired at Halloween Metal Institute, I've had the good fortune to work with various unique patients, investigate a great deal of time in learning about their issues. Many of these are behavioral complications deeply rooted in their minds without a clear solution. Miserable subjects exhibiting a debased attitude who couldn't possibly fit in the world of civilized men. I find value in dedicating efforts to those without real hope, patients unable to proceed to produce a single neurotransmission that results in a meaningful stream of thought productive to society. But phony misfits with merely demand attention. I don't know. The paranoid, the lonely, who mistakenly confuse the cacophony of modern life, assaulting our senses each day with actual mental problems. Ebbers Baker can fritter her hours away as much as she wants. My issue is the money involved. In the end, our existence is a biological accident. It's the glorious expression of our genetic material that confers meaning to our lives, and the only tried and proven way to deal with the ailments of our bodies via the practice of standard medicine, and thus a shattered brain can only be fixed by physical means. Okay. That. Key. If Lenny was right, then this was the key for the director's office, which was now in my power. Okay. Oh, Moritic. Worry as I am about recording such notes on paper, Walter insisted that we thoroughly document these experiments for the benefit of our research. It's true that the process of writing in a journal allows one to more efficiently collect thoughts and ideas make sense out of them. However, I have to strengthen security measures to begin with. I've asked the janitorial staff to refrain from cleaning my office. At first, we tried straightforward questions. What did they see? Could they hear any sounds? How large is the chamber? Yet they seem to have no recollection of the encounter whatsoever. Next, we follow with a set of more specific inquiries. What is the being inhabiting that chamber? What being are they talking about? What did they dig there, man? Does it look like an animal? Can you describe its shape? Did it move? Nothing worked. Their minds are completely blank, as if that moment was erased from their memories. Yeah, that's a theory that, sometimes if you experience something very bad and shocking, the brain, in order to protect yourself from experiencing and remembering, it shuts it down, right? However, there is no question that whatever happens inside that chamber provokes a severe reaction in them. The procedure is rudimentary, to say the least, but effective. We tie a rope around each patient's waist and push them inside, resisting the temptation to gaze beyond the threshold with all our might. It's hard to tell from our vantage point next to the doorway. One transpires in the interior, but we don't sense any movement. Apparently, the patients remain still, or are paralyzed even. After a few minutes, we firmly pull the rope and haul them out. Bruises are inevitable as they hit the ground, but there's no better way of doing this. They don't react to any stimulation while in that chamber. Walter then uses the device to lock that strange door. He's far from knowledgeably than me on such esoteric matters. React to protect them when they're in danger. As we drag them out of the ancient room, we can discern an expression of what ancient room are they talking about? Discern an expression of absolute dread on their faces. Insane or not, human emotions are still the same. Yet, they return to their old selves shortly afterwards as we drive them back upstairs. I now understand. Hey Alexander, how are you? I now understand what we must do. The goal is to instill fear. Their minds are clearly processing the visual information. The theory is that if we are able to reproduce the conditions of the encounter, we should be able to recover details about it. Even if one person is unable to describe it all, we could piece together a more accurate picture from multiple recollections. Our current approach is savage. We subject them to extreme situations in hopes of prompting a reaction. I'm not proud of bluntly beating someone like some goon, but the promise of the knowledge and purposes concealed in that chamber is too powerful and subversives my dignity. However, these methods aren't working. They react to pain, then they cry, they scream, but they don't do anything else. It's not true fear. We are not replicating the conditions well enough. This afternoon, I spoke with Eber Baker about the regressions he observing in Group E. I was in Group E, right? Of course, I had to play the fool, but her incessant babbling formed an idea in my mind. For instance, H has pyrophobia. The mere thought of fire or talking about it makes him tremble in fear. Eber Baker recalled an instance during one of her therapy sessions in which a patient casually said something random about firefighters, and H instantly became agitated, tears rolling down his face. Following the revelation, I took him to the boiler room. The incandescent red glow from the incinerators, the shadows flickering on the walls, and the intense heat emanating from every corner of the room caused a wild reaction in him. I proceed to question him about the encounter, and finally an actual detail emerged. He simply said, "Big." That's all we got out of him. But it's not enough. More stimulation is required. So they tortured them and brought them to, almost die out of fear in order to make them remember something and, get some information. Further efforts have involved more extreme measures. Simply placing the gas burned in front of him provoked a state of shock, not unlike what we surmise occurs within the walls of the room. Okay, poor soul. H can't grasp that an industrial incinerator is far more dangerous than a small laboratory burner. But who am I to judge his emotions? However, that state of fear wouldn't allow me to press on. He didn't respond to any of my inquiries, just kept silently staring at the flame, so I moved the burner closer to his chest. J. C. Afraid of dark. L. H. Brittle bones. R. B. Sexual act. B. L. Denigration. Okay. Oh, you are here! Hey, Arcane, hello, man. How are you? I'm just speaking here. Thank you very much, Arcane, and I'm looking forward to play the game with you, man. And I'm really looking forward to play the game in general. So, we can play it. We are, of course, gonna play it in the, in the four horsemen of a disaster, because every Saturday, me and Helena's Game Holdings are playing with Nocturna, King, and Hotica Boy. So we are gonna play the game, of course, your game, in our holding, in our Saturday early streams with the Holding family. But I would like to play the game for the very first time with you in the chat as a guest. It will be an honor to have you, and we can play the game. Me, Helena, Max, our moderator, and you, if you can. So we have a lot of people to play the game, right? So yeah, thank you very much, man, and thank you very much for the kind words. It's mutual. I enjoy watching your stream as well, and it's a pleasure to meet you, man. And I'm looking forward for your game. What's that? Oh.
This is the next subject. Yes, we may proceed. I'm Dr. Hawthorne.
What do you want?
Well, you may not remember this, but yesterday you went inside a place, a big room. We need to know what happened in there. What did you see?
I don't remember.
You need to make a big effort to remember, Lenny, or unpleasant things may happen.
There was a tunnel, but not ours. Things looked different. The smell, oh, such a bad smell. And then, no.
What happened next, Lenny?
At the end of the tunnel, I entered a room. Oh, my head was in pain. So much pain.
Describe that room for me.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to remember.
That's Lenny, right?
Describe that room. Now.
Okay, Ken, when you came back?
So
When,
large.
okay, when are you gonna come back?
The walls
Except
are
if you want us to,
strange.
can we play the game this week?
Shapes I've never seen.
I mean, can we play the game Friday,
There's a glow
for example?
everywhere.
Is the game ready for us to play it and present Friday
And in the center.
or Saturday?
What is at
We can
the
play this
center
week?
of the
Okay.
room?
Well, I was waiting for you to tell me.
No.
What did you see?
My head is pounding.
Think. Think. Remember.
No, 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 no.
You must remember, Lenny, for our sakes. What did you see in the room?
What the fuck did he see in the room? And Dagon? Follow!
I'll turn off the recorder until he's ready to speak again.
So, Arcane, we can play Friday if you want. I don't mind, or Saturday, whatever you want. I was waiting for you to tell me when the game is ready. So, you know, to give us keys, to give us keys and play the game. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for you because you told me that the game is not ready yet. So if you think that the game is ready for us to play and stream it and present it to the Arcane community, yeah, I'm more than, I'm looking forward for it. Yeah, we can play this Friday if you want. We can play this Friday because tomorrow is our day off. But we can play it Friday, right? Yeah, we can play it Friday if you want. Or Saturday, whatever you like, whatever suits you. I don't mind. So yeah, whenever you want. So I think we're done, right? I got the key, right? Yeah, of course. I got the key, right? The key for what? I got the key for the other, for the Dr. Harwell office, I think, right? She's not here, huh? No, it doesn't say. I think the Harwell office is from here. What's that? Can I go here? think the Harwell office is in the second floor where the Doctor Flugos. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no. Yeah. I think Dr. Hanwell's office was here. This is the museum. Fuck me, man, I'm fucking amazing. I'm fucking amazing, man. I'm a genius. Oh, that's it?